Clark injury situation is officially a mess because not only is there not more clarity, there's more confusion about what her timeline could be.
Guys, the Caitlyn Clark injury situation is officially chaotic. The Indiana Fever front office has everyone confused, and honestly, it looks like they've been lying to reporters. Today, we're breaking down the timeline, the drama, the stats, and what it all means for her season.
To the court. It was said on the ESPN broadcast on August 12th that Stephanie White hoped Clark would be back in practice this week. Open portion of practice, Clark is not seen. And Stephanie White afterwards said it's status quo until Clark is back at practice. Well, what changed? Right? I know there's never been a direct timeline, but all the signs seem to point in the direction of Clark returning soon. Even Natasha Howard saying, "See you soon, Cece." Now it's like, wait and see.
Stephanie White, the Fever's head coach, tried to spin the story about Caitlyn's injury. She said Caitlyn got hurt around August 7th during a workout. Sounds neat, right? Except fans have receipts. On that same day, Caitlyn was walking around Phoenix. Totally fine, no limp, no wincing. Absolutely zero signs of injury. Day-to-day updates, game time decisions, indefinite sidelining. One day she's almost back at practice.
And there's further information coming out that Clark suffered a bit of an ankle injury in the midst of her recovery process. Did that hinder her return? One reporter saying yes, another reporter is saying no. Bottom line is, we need to know a little bit more. We don't need Caitlyn Clark's in-depth medical report, but it's fair for fans to wonder if the Fever and the league's biggest star is going to return to the floor this season or what the chances are. And she's been out of action for 5 weeks, so it's not as if some patience hasn't been expressed.
The next she's out again. Fans are completely confused. The official story keeps changing, and it's impossible to track what's actually happening. Even teammates and reporters are sending mixed signals. Natasha Howard said, "See you soon," hinting at a return.
And the craziest thing about this last groin injury with Caitlyn Clark is how it's been covered. The day after she had the groin injury, she was listed as day-to-day. And then a couple weeks after that, then she was listed to being out indefinitely. Now, ESPN had August 12th as the circled return date for Caitlyn Clark to get back onto the court. And just yesterday, she was listed as a game time decision for today's game against the Dallas Wings. And then after practice yesterday, Coach Stephanie White basically came out and said, no, Caitlyn Clark hasn't even been practicing. So they changed it from a game time decision to her being out. This has been all over the place, and I get it to a certain extent. The fans, the media does not need to know every little thing that's going on with Caitlyn Clark's injuries, especially a star player like that. We will never know all the information, nor should we know all the information, and that's actually good for Caitlyn. It protects her for when she does come back on the court. She can't be targeted. Teams can't use a certain injury or ailment against her if people don't really know what is going on. But the reporting of her timeline in general, there has been no rhyme or reason to what has been shared about.
But the next week, the coach says wait and see. It's chaos, and it's leaving fans frustrated. Caitlyn Clark isn't just another player. She's the engine of the WNBA. She sells out arenas, boosts TV ratings, and brings new fans to the game. Without her, the league feels it immediately. Attendance drops, streaming numbers fall, and the hype slows down. Meanwhile, Allisha Gray has been on fire. She's averaging 18 points over her last 10 games and even scored 27 against the league's top defense in her last outing. With New York's defense slipping, Gray looks ready to light it up again. This contrast shows the importance of star players in the league. While Caitlyn's out, someone has to step up, and Gray is that player. This could be huge for Atlanta and other teams watching the Fever struggle. Stephanie White and the Fever's PR team made the situation worse. Reporters like Scott Agnes even laughed while reporting on Caitlyn's injury, completely unprofessional. Fans aren't buying it anymore, and the Fever's credibility is shot. There's also the muscle narrative. Caitlyn's supposed to bulk up fast to protect herself, but overtraining likely contributed to her injuries. Instead of admitting a training mistake, the Fever pinned it on a bad step. Fans can see through this, and social media is full of criticism. The handling of injuries, mixed messages, and PR spin is turning what should be a simple recovery into a full-blown scandal. Fans are frustrated. They've watched Caitlyn get targeted, mishandled, and misrepresented. Every move she makes is scrutinized, and now even her recovery process is under a microscope. If the Fever don't fix this, it could impact not just Caitlyn's career, but the league's credibility. Mismanagement at this level affects attendance, viewership, and the growth of the WNBA. Caitlyn Clark's season could be over, and the Fever front office looks bad. Fans are frustrated, media credibility is low, and the drama isn't stopping. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Allisha Gray. She's stepping up while Caitlyn recovers. And for the Fever, it's time to sort things out before the season spirals further. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest WNBA updates.